Coming up on Varsity Sports Now, another chapter of high school basketball is in the books. We were in Fargo to see if the Bishop Ryan girls could extend their win streak to 57 in a row.
And the Roosevelt Rough Riders haven't won a title since 2000. We've got all the action from Rapid City.
The Madison Bulldogs had a chance to capture a perfect season, but a red-hot Sisseton team stood in their way. Could Madison get it done?
James Valley Christian was in search of their first title in school history. We went to Aberdeen to see if the Vikings could make history. All that just ahead on Varsity Sports Now.
And hello and welcome. All the answers coming up to those burning questions, Jason. It was a whirlwind weekend with 4 state tournaments in the Dakotas. Lots of state tournament stuff coming up on the show, starting with the boys' AA tournament in Rapid City.
And this is the one we thought was the most wide open coming into tournament season. Well, the number 1 and 2 seeds didn't make the finals. It was a crazy ride. Let's take a look at the brackets. First round, the biggest game that people were talking about was that Huron-Lincoln game. Huron couldn't quite get it done.
They played 3 good quarters, got out to an 11-point lead after 3 quarters, and then just went dead for that 4th quarter, and it cost them the game. They went to overtime and lost it.
And then the Cinderella story kept going on for Lincoln. Preseason number 1, but they came in as the 8th seed, won 2 overtime games, found themselves in a battle with the team that was playing the best defense, the Sioux Falls Roosevelt Rough Riders.
Roosevelt looked excellent in those first 2 wins, and let's take a look at the championship game highlights with Roosevelt taking on Lincoln in the final. And Roosevelt came out, had a good crowd there, and they were hot early on, got out to the early lead. Josh Kirkwold with a 3.
Yeah, he doesn't normally shoot a lot of outside shots, but everybody was making them for Roosevelt.
Caleb Johnson slicing in. He had a good tournament for Sioux Falls Lincoln. Colton Koima got the 3-point shot going in this one.
Yeah, the whole team, like I said, was shooting well. I think they shot 57% from beyond the arc. Here you see a little give and go. Chris Phillips, great athlete, makes a great play, and Roosevelt was storming early on.
They were up 15-6. Addison Park, just a junior for Lincoln. He had 14 points and 10 rebounds. But Lincoln still down 24-12. Ryan Leslie with a steal here. He had 6 points and 5 assists. And Roosevelt is up 26-12 in the first half.
Really, that was the theme of the day, is hitting that defense, turning it into offense. And then Chris Phillips, what a tournament. A big shot from the corner. Jason Spicer going up against the trees in the middle. He overachieved all tournament long. Roosevelt was playing some of their best ball this season.
Spicer had 8 points, 8 rebounds. Roosevelt was up 9 at the half. Pierce Mariden with another 3. They made 11 threes in the game, and then Roosevelt's defense was incredible.
Well, the defense is what got him here. The defense is what won this game for him. You see Chris Phillips, probably the best one-on-one defender in AA, had the steal and the putback. Spicer comes up with a loose ball. Phillips finishes him off.
He was very smooth on that finish, and finished with 11 points. Koima had 5 threes on the night. They were up by 18. Lincoln made a little comeback in the 4th quarter, but it is 63-48 the final as Roosevelt wins its first state championship since 2000, Jason. And the first for Lee Taylor as a head coach. And take a look at some of the final stats here with Koima hitting those 5 threes. He had 15. Kirkwold and Phillips finished with 11. Park with a double-double for Lincoln, but congrats to Roosevelt.
They wanted it, and this whole tournament, they just defended their tails off, and it's all about effort, it's all about pride, and I give the boys all the credit. They just wanted it, and they went out there and just accomplished it.
Josh Kirkwold and Jason Spicer, they played tremendous defense on Addison and Malik, and they just held them to limited touches, and then one shot. When you get 2 shots, it's easy to score, but 1 shot, they held them to 1 shot, and that was big for us.
I'd say,
yeah, baby, number 1.
I'd say when we beat O'Gorman by 40, I think that was kind of when we knew it was coming together. It was defensive effort right there, and I think that's what we knew.
And they came into the season having to replace all 5 starters, basically their 6 best players from last year. Had so much hype last year, but got it done this year. Great group of guys. Feel great for Lee Taylor.
Said once they got into the playoffs, they kind of knew that they were going to get it done with the state championship. Congrats to Roosevelt. Next, we head to the Sioux Falls Arena, the Class A tournament in South Dakota, see if Madison could cap off a perfect season.
Varsity Sports Now, presented by Shields.